Okay, today I'm working on the archetype of the scientist and the scientist making art. So I have to start somewhere, so I've elected to use this piece of paper, and that is my hypothesis that I'm going to work quickly and get this done within a short period of time. So I wanted to use something that had a little bit of form because I do think that science is regulated, it's calculated. I also have this labyrinth, and I'm going to use one of these. Probably want to tear this a little bit more so that the scientist breaks out of that calculating kind of mold and is open to more of the mystery and possibility. And then I'm going to work with GAC 100 to place these on the paper, and this is a deli paper. Getting that in place. So the scientist tends to also be well-read and well-educated. So I have this owl, and I think I'm going to use that to convey the idea of wisdom. And this was the decoupage in Carta de Rizo from Stamperia. I got this from Artistic Artifacts. And if you look closely, this says astronomical and books. So I'm probably going to use that as well. So the scientist has this hypothesis and then works to create a conclusion. They work very matter-of-factly, systematically. I think of them as being exacting so that there's no room for error. I also think that they may, in the end, invent a product, although they might not actually set out to do that, but that might be one of the outcomes. And it's interesting because as the artist, I might not be so committal to putting these elements down without auditioning them all together. But as a scientist, these are the variables that I'm working with, so they have to find a place. Okay, this is mostly dry, and looking at the scientist, when that scientist and the artist meet in the middle, there is a wild combination of left and right brains. She may be a polymath, having a lot of knowledge on many diverse subjects, or she may be very schooled and skilled and experienced in a deep swath or a deep well of only one tangent. And so I think I'm going to add some text here, which may or may not make sense, but let's see. But I want a little more dimension. So I'm going to do some stamping, or I really like this grid work, because to me the grid is like the structure behind the science. Not really sure. I think that's going to have to come across from rubbing. But I also like nature, because nature and the scientist work very well together, and that the scientist helps to explain the nature. The artist and scientist, she'll address her artwork without bias and conjecture. And she's open to the surprise and the unexpected. I've decided to do some stamping. I hope that this works. Know that some of the scientists along the way have been considered outcasts. So when the scientist and artist meet in the middle, she may also feel isolated and somewhat not included, but fascination with prehistoric creatures, the solar system, the forces of nature, may have taken apart toys to understand their mechanics, and definitely enjoys exploring the mystery.